Good evening. The National Weather Service has issued a warning now for Sumter County, Alabama. This is the same storm that rolled through Maria just a little bit ago, and warning is for our friends just east of here. As we look at this, the National Weather Service tells us that it's until 1:30. So the National Weather Service radar storm capable of producing a tornado located near Alabama. 50 miles an hour. Go to a mobile home, get out now, do not stay. Locations impacted by this area: Livingston, York, Cuba, Epps, University of West Alabama, easterly. Let's pull up radar and take a look at what we got. That is.
All right, can we hear that now? All right, there we are. This again, I didn't have the right button pushed there. My apologies on that. As we begin this is going to be for Sumter County, Alabama, so everybody can hear me now, until 1:30 this afternoon. This includes Livingston, Alabama. This is going to be in Cuba, Alabama. A few moments ago, and let's go back and repeat what I said of what the National Weather Service said. This was located near Cuba, moving at 50 miles an hour. This is radar indicated. This does not mean that it's on the ground, but it means that there is a tornado in the area that has been detected by radar in the air. This is going to be affecting Livingston, York, Cuba, Epps, Alabama, and the University of Alabama, including Bluffs Point, and all these areas there, Duck Hill, in that area there, northeasterly of there. Take cover now. If you are in a mobile home, you need to get out. This is not where you need to be during a situation like this when a tornado warning has been issued. As we go to radar, this is what we're seeing. This is the same storm that rolled through the Meridian area just a little bit ago. We were very fortunate that this was not issued for Lauderdale County. It is now moved into Sumter County. Let's zoom in on this and take a closer look at this. Now, if you live here, York, you see these areas here? This is about where this storm is located. Now, at this point, this has not set up a line of the storm is on top, so which is good news. It means this is radar indicated in conditions at any point in this area that we see here. This could drop down out of the air. A lot of times we'll get these points to where it follows along and you can see exactly the path that it's taken. We don't have that on radar at this point. But this area from Cuba, now, of course, right there sits McElroy Trucking. All of this area, if you're in McElroy Trucking, if you're at work there, you need to seek shelter now. As we get up here to Lake Louise, around York, Alabama, you are in the path of this. As well as Livingston, Alabama there, the University of West Alabama. If you're working there, the storm has not reached you yet. This also will take in Sumter Central High School that will move through. This storm is moving northeasterly out of Lauderdale County and headed this direction through here, right through Cuba, York, almost following Highway 17. I urge you at this point to take extreme caution with this as we watch these storms this afternoon. Now, let's take a look back at Mississippi of everything that we've got going on here. And let's move back down, and we're going to come back up to this storm here. But that blinking red area is what we've got now right across the state line there. Most of this is moving out, and we do have a little bit of rain left here from Tumsuba, but the heavier stuff are going to lie right out here along this. Wynot sits here. It's just north of Wynot Motorsports Park, following up on this eastern edge up to I-20. And as I said, this follows Highway 17 and also as well as I-20 right through there. Be careful in those areas. Seek shelter immediately if you're in there. Now, as we move down, what is below this and what we've got here? We've been watching these storms in Wayne County. Still a severe thunderstorm warning issued there until 1:15. That's going to be running out in about 5-8 minutes from now. That'll be out. As we get down into here, just east of Petal and Hattiesburg, still a tornado watch, aerial flood warning in these areas also. Now, let's turn out on the safe side and turn off all of this radar where you can see, make sure we don't have any other warnings that have been issued at this point. Let's turn off these locations where you can see. The only tornado warning that we have in the area is right there. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning right here in Wayne County. And then we've got all this flooding that is taking place there. We move up into, we had another storm up here earlier. That all looks good there. So this is our biggest concern. Let's turn radar back on and look at rain that is behind this. And again, this watch area, we're going to be under this until about 6 p.m. tonight. So this is not over as we got more showers and storms developing here through New Orleans are going to make their way into the state here. Hattiesburg, pouring down rain as we come down and take a look. Let's see here what I got. Okay. All right, let me send a text on this. Sumter. I wanted to make sure Sumter County, Alabama. I wanted to make sure that I was talking with the TV station of what we've got going on and see if they were going to join this as well. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll do this. We'll do. All right. What we're going to do? We're going to mark this. All right, as we stand by here, let's go with 10 seconds and we will go live if y'all are watching. We're going to be having Twin States News join us and carry the broadcast with this tornado warning here as they join us. Let's go ahead and turn back on radar as they come about. And I'll repeat a couple things so that everybody on television will know exactly what we've got also as we do this. And let's go back over to radar and pull this up. All right, we should have Twin States News joining us now. All the TV stations live on air with us. And welcome. I'm Scotty Ray as we are watching a tornado warning that is just to the east of Lauderdale County now. These storms rolled through our area just a few moments ago. As we look at radar over Meridian, eastern Lauderdale County is full of rain. Right here, as we look at this new watch box that has been updated, let's turn on our locations. If you're just to the east of us in Alabama, as we get over to McElroy Trucking, this is just past y'all. Y'all are out of the warned area now, and this is moving northeasterly across Alabama toward Livingston, Alabama. If you are at the University of West Alabama, you are under a tornado warning, and as we look at this, this is going to continue this afternoon until 1:30 p.m., so we have 20 minutes remaining on this warning. We look at York. You're in the path of this, and this is also going to be Lake Louise. If you live anywhere in this area here and you're watching us on the edge of Alabama, Highway 80 that goes over toward Demopolis to the University of West Alabama, Epps in this area right through here, you need to seek shelter now. If you live in a mobile home, you need to seek shelter and get out of this area immediately. We don't want anything to happen to you. Get to the lowest point of your home. If you have no choice, you're trapped, you would need to go to a bathroom that's away from windows. It's always a conception of people saying, well, let's open up the windows and let the wind blow through. That makes it worse. Do not open up your windows if a tornado is barreling down on you. Now, as we mentioned before, a lot of times we'll have the lines of the tornado where it is actually going. This is a radar-indicated tornado, which means it can drop down at any given point in this area here that we're looking at from York as we follow this up to Livingston, Alabama, all the way over just short of Forkland. We don't want anybody in this path to be hurt. We all have to work together. With this, if you do not have one of these radios that carry this, make sure to get yourself an alarm that goes off. Having just relying on the sirens does not work. We want you to be absolutely to where you can hear these things. And, of course, the National Weather Service radios are perfect for that. They're very loud. They're very annoying, as I mentioned many times. Precautions that you can take with this. Now, if you're in this area here, you would want to have some type of helmet on, because what does this happen if a tornado was to hit you? Now, this is not on the ground. I want to remind you of that. This is radar indicated, and we are starting to see that this is breaking up somewhat. This is not as bad as it was just about 6 to 7 minutes ago. It's eased off a little bit. Still, we have the threat of the tornado of touching down, but is not on the ground at this point. But always with just precautions as we watch these things, football helmets, because it hurts your head. That's going to be the one thing that gets damaged. If you're thrown, do that. As I mentioned before, boots. If you need a pair of boots to wear, the Lauderdale County Farm Supply can fix you up with that. because there's nails everywhere after a tornado comes through. Now, we've got more storms as we watch this. Let's back out real quick here and look at what we've got coming for the Meridian area. More showers here. The further south that we go, we get right in here. Look at this down in Wayne County. And the further back we go into New Orleans, we've got more storms that are coming through this. Now, we should have activity this afternoon all the way through about 6 o'clock. We'll be watching this as moving northeasterly. As this comes about, we will get back on this right here in just a little bit as we follow this tornado warning. Again, Sumter County, Alabama. This will last until 6 p.m. More to come with this as we track these storms this afternoon here at Twin States News and, of course, at Scotty Ray's Weather. Thank you for joining in. If you're in these areas and have a report to give us, make sure to inbox me and we'll share this with someone else. But, again, we have about 16 minutes remaining on this tornado warning until 1:30. We've got more coming up as we track the weather for you street by street as we come across this. Make sure to tune into Facebook. We'll be here. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all of these different avenues. We'll cut back in should this become a little bit worse on television to let you know exactly what's happening. But again, as we close out and go off the television here, make sure to check it out. Sumter County, Alabama, just east of Lauderdale County, if you're not familiar with this. Livingston, Alabama. Livingston University, or University of West Alabama as it's called now, York, Alabama, Epps, these areas are in the tornado warned area until 1:30. Thanks for dropping by. We'll have more coverage with you here at Scotty Ray's Weather and Twin States News.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by